Now, if you're sensitive to voodoo, if you get scared about roots and voodoo and shit, do not watch this movie because it will fuck with you. Alright, y'all, today I'm going to be talking about Spell, the new voodoo horror movie starring Omari Hardwick. I always feel like I'm saying his name wrong. Ghost from Power. This is the first thing I've seen him in since Tariq's punk ass shot him at the end of season 6, and I did a whole eulogy video about it. Spoilers for anybody that hasn't watched Power. Fuck it, I don't care. There seems to be a trend going since Jordan Peele came with Get Out. There's been a string of black horror films. And that could be a blessing and a curse because, like with anything else, when it becomes a trend, they tend to make too many of them. They oversaturate the market with these kind of movies, and the quality goes down. Look at the blaxploitation era. Look at just anything that's trending in the movies. Eventually, it gets to the point where it gets ridiculous. And I hope that doesn't happen here because we need more diverse black films. When you think about a lot of black films, you think of the hood movie, you know, the hood comedy. You know what I'm saying? Like they put us in a small box as far as what we can do cinematically. And to get into the horror genre, that's something new because the horror genre historically has been bad to us. Look at the 80s. We were always the first ones to go in the movie. Now we have our own films. So I can appreciate that. Now, Spell, I'm going to keep this as spoiler-free as possible. Spell was not a bad movie. It's nothing special, though. I think this is something that you can just watch when you just sitting around, nothing to do, throwing something, okay, I'll watch Spell. But the thing about it is the movie definitely had potential. It really did. I thought this was going to go in an interesting direction, and then it became sort of a cliche, sort of predictable, where you're like, okay, damn, they could have they could have did something with this. They could have gave us a twist or something to make this movie special, and instead they kind of took the safe way out. So real quick, the premise of this is Ghost, because I hate saying this fucking real name. Ghost is, I forgot what the hell he did for a living. He has a lot of money, similar to the Ghost character. He has a lot of money. He has a beautiful family, 2 almost grown kids. One of them is being cyberbullied. He's a basketball player, and he gets news that his grandfather passes away, so he wants to fly the family in his little private plane to the country area, which I forgot also. I should have took notes on this. Took it to the country area where I guess the funeral was going to be. And as they're flying, the plane mysteriously crashes, and he wakes up in this room where the Loretta Devine character, she's like the main root lady, has him hostage, and he doesn't know where his family is. He has to get his family back. That's really all I can tell you. This was almost like a mixture of Misery, and what's another thing? And Get Out. Yeah, it's like a mixture between Misery and Get Out with a little sprinkle of Serpent in the Rainbow, because that voodoo shit. Now, if you're sensitive to voodoo, if you get scared about roots and voodoo and shit, do not watch this movie because it will fuck with you. Cousin China, if you watch my channel, you know Cousin China, we talk movies. Well, at least a long time ago we did. We just do other kind of videos now. Cousin China was supposed to watch this along with me, and she stopped it when it got to the point where a voodoo doll was made, and she said, I don't deal in that. So it's funny, you have a black film, a black horror movie, that you would think a lot of black people would watch, but a lot of black people are scared of that shit. Now, I don't know about the white side, I don't know about other cultures, but I know black people, we don't do the roots and voodoo and all that shit. Some of them practice it, but majority of us do not do it, and I'm one of them. I don't fuck with it. At the same time, I'm not scared of it because I believe in that shit doesn't work unless you really believe in it. But then again, you know, I don't know, if somebody makes a doll out of me and snaps my arm and shit, and I don't know, maybe it'll work. But anyways, yeah, the movie was going in an interesting direction. Like I said, it had a Misery kind of feel to it, and I feel like it just didn't really end, leaving me feeling like, holy shit, like that. All right, when you watch a good horror movie, when you watch a great horror movie, when it's over with, it fucks with you. First thing comes to mind is Saw. You know what I'm saying? Saw kind of, you know, it was kind of mediocre throughout, but you wanted to see where this shit went. And then when the twist came, the payoff came, you couldn't stop thinking about it. And a really good horror movie would do that. When this went off, I thought nothing of it again. I said, okay, that was a decent watch. A lot of dolls, a lot of roots and voodoo and shit. There are some creepy moments though. There are a few creepy moments where you're gonna be like, ooh, that's a little creepy looking. And even the voodoo doll, this is in the trailer, you see the doll, and the doll is creepy as shit. Because there's times when you look at it, you can swear his eyes are moving, and I'm like, all right, am I tripping? Or did that motherfucker's eyes just shift? Overall, y'all, I thought this was a decent watch. Ghost, I thought did a good job, but he's almost typecast now because I see him as Ghost. You know, I mean, it's gonna take a different kind of performance for me to see him otherwise. Only difference is we ain't got punk ass Tariq now. His son is somewhat likable. May not be that likable, but he's more likable than Tariq's punk ass, alright? The villains in this movie were kind of over the top and laughable. Loretta Devine does fine as the root lady. You know, a little over the top, but, you know, I guess it fit her character, and her husband is also with her. He's like her second in command and shit. He just goes along with what she does. And they have this big-ass son, I think his name is Lewis. He's like the enforcer. So if she can't handle something, all she got to do is clap her hands, and big-ass Lewis will come in there and set your ass straight. So wrapping this up, I'm going to give Spell, I'm going to give it a C. Average movie. Not great. Not something I say like Russian C Spell, but it's a decent watch. But like I said, if you're sensitive to voodoo and all that shit, don't watch it. So anyways, have y'all seen Spell? What did you guys think about it? Comment freely below. Let me know what you thought. If you like it, did the content, hit that like, subscribe, notification bell in the corner. This is Rashad G signing out. See you in the next video.